On the writing end?
Yeah.
Successfully?
Glad you qualified. Yes. Yeah, not sure we've done that one yet.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
How long do you? How long do you take that?
If I don't have other stuff going on, if I have time just to sit down and commit to it, I go crazy and like pull the out. I've done one once when necessary, and I was wrecked for the next 2 days overnight, starting in the morning, and just did it overnight because it had to be done. Usually better to have, 4, 5, 6 days, but it's one of those things, you get it done. If it needs to be done, you get it done, and you pay the piper for it, but it's like water poured into a basin. It takes the shape of whatever you give it. If you give it the 2-day thimble, that's what it is. If you give it like the 10-day jug, then that's
I like
what it
these
is.
metaphors.
Me too. It's like
Royal jelly.
It's like smearing a thimble with royal jelly and then throwing it in the air. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, if I'm directing full time, which most of the time I am, I'm directing Monday through Friday, and if I'm also trying to do some script writing, I'm lucky if I can get it done in 2 weeks, because it's just working nights and weekends basically on the script, and after 7 hours of directing, my brain is royal jelly, and
The word of pedal.
So I really much kind of have to devote the weekends, which sucks, having to devote my entire weekend to a script. But if I'm not directing, if I'm just working on scripting, about a week, 5 to 6 days, just to give myself time to really, really, make sure it's good.
Yeah, that's what I remember it being too. Right there?
What form does the script come to you in? Is it already translated?
Yes, we work from, more often than not, translation. We have the translated kanji scripts, if they're available. Otherwise, it's translated by ear, which is not as common. So we're working, from the translations, which most of the time nowadays are the same translations you see for the subtitles. Which, of course, are in the same way that we do our adaptation. Even the subtitles have to have a little bit of, they're not word for word, strict translations, because in the same way that we have a certain number of flaps we have to fill, there's only so much text you can fit on a screen, a TV screen at any given time, and still hit the average American reading rate. Which is not very fast. Ouch. Yeah. So in many ways, none of us are working from the most exact translation possible. But then, whatever is, the idea is, of course, to translate the intent, the meaning, the meat, the gist of what they're saying, not necessarily the words they're saying. Usually we're working from the video with a translated script.
Yeah, and it's frustrating to see, don't go in there. No. Please don't go in there. It would be really important to me if you stayed here.
Really don't go in there. Really.
There, that room right behind you, no. That's got script.
I've got translations like that.